Okay, so I think many of you joined today newly, and many of you attended last week classes. So before I start today's class, let me give you a brief, right, what we have covered, because many of you joined today. So all of you who joined today, please wait. After this class is over, I will be discussing with you. So I'll be giving you a brief on what all things, I think not much with respect to topics, uh, like half an hour to 1 hour topic has been covered in Python. We just started, so I can give you a brief what we have covered, and then like tomorrow you can join, if you can join maybe half an hour early than the normal time, maybe at 8 p.m. So I can give you a recovery class. So what we have covered, right? So anyway, it's just like we started Python, and we just have seen very like simple topics like how to print and what is a variable statement and all. Okay. Um, so let me open a new Python notebook. So I think we started last week, and what we have seen so far is, first we have seen Python installation, uh, right? We have seen Python installation, and then we have seen Jupyter notebook tutorial, right? Jupyter notebook is nothing but the IDE that I'm using currently. It is Jupyter notebook. So we have seen how to use Jupyter notebook and how to install Python in our system. So this is kind of prerequisite. You can go take the videos, the video recording you can take, and then you can install Python in your system, and then following the Jupyter notebook tutorial, you can be very comfortable using this particular IDE. So Jupyter notebook is the IDE for Python. So once we understood Jupyter notebook and Python installation, we started with Python content, and then what we have seen is we just started with Python print function, right? What is Python print function, how to print anything, and then we started with variable, right? What is a variable? And then we have seen if, else, for and while loop, and then we have seen function. So these all are the things we have seen, right? It's just one class we have covered in the last week. So Python print function, variable, if, else, for, while, and functions. So these are the topics we have covered in the last class, yesterday's yesterday means last week class. And we started with data structure, right? We started with data structure. So all of you who have joined today, so like for all of you for whom today is the first class, don't worry. So just attend the class. You are understanding, not understanding, that's perfectly fine. You can take this class as a demo class. Anyway, you will be learning Python. After this class is over, I will be I will be discussing everything with you, and what I can do is I can share all of this Python installation video with you. I will add your email ID, so that today after this class you can go through the video recordings, install Python, and understand about Jupyter notebook, make yourself very much comfortable. And then in tomorrow's class you need to join half an hour early, so that I can cover these topics for you, right? And also any doubt you can definitely ask, and all the class recordings are also there, so no worries, right? So we just covered this much. Okay, so let's start with data structure. So what we understood is data structure in Python. There are two kind of data structure. One is native data structure and one is external data structure. So native data structure, can anybody tell last class who attended what all native data structures are available in Python? Last class.
I
Yeah.
yeah, I suppose those are integer, float, boolean, string, or
Yes.
complex.
So we
Yeah.
will call it numeric. Inside numeric, all the things like integer, right? And then float, and then we have complex number, everything will come. And then we have byte, right? We have byte, and then we have boolean, and then we have apart from that we have list, we have tuple, we have set, we have dictionary, we have NumPy, and we have pandas. Okay, so these are the topics. I mean, these are the data structures which are native. Now, native means what? When I install Python, not native. So till here it is native, right? And we have two additional data structure called NumPy and pandas. So we have not started data structure. This is the topic for this entire week. This entire week, or maybe next week half, we will be completing all of this data structure in detail. We will start with list, and then we will go with tuple, set, dictionary, and then we will be completing NumPy and pandas, right? So let's start with, for any data structure, right? For any data structure, okay. So for any data structure, what all are the things that we will be looking? First, we will be looking how to create a data structure, and then we will be looking how to append, how to update. So what do you mean by update? Update means how to add element to a data structure, right? How to update. So update means what? How to add, how to add, how to delete, and how to replace, right? How to create, how to update. Uh, Before update, we will be looking indexing. So what is the indexing? And before create, we will be looking the properties, right? We will be looking the properties. And then we will be looking how to create a data structure, what is indexing, update, and then we will be looking operations. So these all are the things that we're going to see for all of this data structure, right? So one by one we will start. We'll start with, first we'll start with list, right? And you can see in the drive I have uploaded coding test questions. Those coding, anybody checked in the drive? Whoever attended, please check the drive. There are coding questions inside interview folder. You can find in interview folder, or I think inside the list or tuple folder. You can no, it is there. Let me check, right? I uploaded on Sunday or Saturday. There are 3 or 4 coding questions, and then apart from that, some functions questions are there, right? And also today after the class, I will be uploading other questions, okay, related to data structure. Like we will be looking list today, right? List tuple. So once we complete list tuple, set, and dictionary, you will find more questions uploaded in the drive. So I structured the drive, right? You can check. Okay, so let's start with list, right? Let's start with list. So I think last class few of you attended, so we just started, I think, list. So it will be a repetition, but it is like we will start from scratch because many of you joined today newly, right? If I start in between, you must you will not be able to understand. So any previous class who joined, can anybody tell the properties of a list? Any property? Anybody knows any property of a list?
Ma'am, mixed elements.
Okay,
List
mixed elements.
list is ordered and it allow duplicates.
List is ordered and it allows duplicate. Allows duplicates, right? Okay, so these all are the properties we will be understanding one by one, right? So list contains mixed element, it is ordered, and then it allows duplicates. So we'll be understanding one by one. All of these properties we will be understanding one by one. So let us first understand how to create a list. So how to create a list? Let's say list 1 is the name of the list. What I'm doing is I'm giving the name of the list equals to list 1, and then within this bracket I am writing all the list elements. Let's say 21 is the first element, and then we can write, let's say, hi, which is a string, which is a second element, and let's say 90.67, which is a float, which is a third element. So in this particular list we have 3 elements. One is one is integer, one is float, and one is string. So let's create this list and then check whether that is a list type or any other type. So how to check whether that is a list type or not? Type function. So inside type function you pass the variable name. So list one is a list type. So this is a list which contains this particular list which has three different elements. So now I think the first property should be very clear. It is mixed element. So unlike array and other data structure, you must have heard about array, right? If you are coming from other language, right? If you're coming from other language like Java and all. So array, what array will do is all similar kind of data types it will accept, but list we can keep anything. So a list itself can be an element. Like what I mean to say is, as a fourth element I can write another list, right? Let's say 89, 90 and then 54. So the fourth element of this list is another list which has three elements, 89, 90 and 54. So literally I can keep anything within a list, right? A list itself can be an element of a list, float can be an element of a list, string can be element of a list, a number can be element of a list, anything can be a member of a list, right? So that is what mixed elements. Now who can tell what is the property? Second property, ordered. Elements are ordered means what? List elements are ordered. What do you mean by that? So list elements are ordered means what? List elements are ordered means the way I have created my list, the same way I can see the elements are present. So if I see first I have inserted 21 and I can see 21 is the first element, high is the second element, 90.67 is the third element and 89, 90, 54 are the fourth element. So the way I have inserted, the same way I can find the elements. Now you must be asking me, okay, what is big deal, right? All the time the way we insert, the same way we find. Some data structures in Python like set, right? Elements are shuffled. So you may insert elements in any order, but the same order will not be preserved. Means what? In a set, if I insert 21, I cannot guarantee that the first element of a set will always be 21. It can be anything. So the elements, once I have inserted, will be shuffled, randomly shuffled. So that's why it's an important property. So what is elements are ordered means all the elements are in the same way that I have inserted in the same order. Okay. Now duplicate elements. The third property is duplicate elements. So I can have one or multiple repetition, right? Repetition of the same element is allowed. So 21, how many times 21 present? One time, two time, three time, four times. So four times I'm running and it is accepting. It is not throwing any error. So it allows duplicate element. List allows duplicate element. And it is a data structure which contains mixed element. All the elements are ordered. And one more important property of list is it is mutable. Now who can tell what do you mean by mutable? A data structure is mutable means what do you mean by
Means
mutable?
Can be
We can
changed,
modify it.
modified.
Yes. Yes. So
we
if a data Yes, so if a data structure is mutable, I can do update operation. Update means what? I can add element, delete element and replace a element. Not all the Python data structures that we have listed here, right, are mutable. Like tuple is not mutable, string is not mutable, right? So some of we have not mentioned string here, right? So string is also a data structure. So this is again one of the property of a list. So I think properties are clear. So mutable we will see, right? We will see how to add element, delete element, replace element. But except mutable, all the 3 points are clear. The first point is list is a data structure which contains mixed element. List is a data structure which accept duplicate elements and all the elements are in order, right? Now, once we understood how to create a list, right? The first thing is we understood the properties, we understood, and then how to create a list, we understood. Now, what we are trying to do here is indexing. Once I have created a list, can I retrieve elements from my list? Once I have created, can I retrieve elements from my list? So let's say this is my list. Now, previous batch students, if you joined, like last class, I think we discussed. So list any indexing. Can anybody tell indexing in Python starts from which location?
0.
0.
zero from
Like
left to right.
Left
yes.
to right.
So Left to right. So any data structure, not only list, tuple, set, dictionary, everywhere indexing in Python always starts from 0. Now it supports two kind of indexing. One is left to right positive indexing. In this way, if I go, this is positive indexing. Like 21 is nothing but 0, high is 1, 2, and the last this 89, this last list is 3. But there are also one more way, that is right to left. I can also go right to left. If I'm going right to left, that is negative indexing. So this last element is -1, 90.67 is -2, high is -3, and 21 is -4. So if I'm going this way, right to left, that is negative indexing. If I'm going left to right, it is positive indexing, right? So now if you understand this, the first element 21, how I can retrieve? I can write -4 for 21, or I can write 0. The second element high, for high, what I can write? I can write -3, list 1 of -3, or list 1 of 1. So every element of a list can be retrieved using either positive index or using negative index. So if you understand this concept, we are trying to extract some elements. We will try to extract some element from this list now. So what I will do now, from this list, I will be extracting, let's say, the first element. So if I write list 1, how to extract elements? List 1, list name followed by the index. So what is the index? Index is 0, and what I will get is 21. Similarly, if I write list 1 of -1, what I will get? Who can answer what I will get? List 1 of -1, what it will give me?
The last list.
89, 90, 54.
Yes, it
The
will return.
complete set.
Yes, it will return the complete last element, right? That is nothing but a list 1 of -1 should return 89. 1 second, let me run again. Okay, I have added here now. Yeah, that's why it is. Let me delete. Okay. Right, so now what I'm getting is the last element 89, 90, and 54. So -1 will always return the last element of my list, and 0 will return the first element, and so on. Whatever you want, you can write either positive or negative indexing. Now you tell me, if I want to retrieve uh, everything starting from 21 and high, let's say both I want to retrieve, then what I will do? I will write 0 and then colon, and then 0 and 1, both index I want to retrieve, so I will write 2. So when I'm writing 0 to 0 colon 2, it indicates 0 means first element, 1 means second element. And if I run this, so 21 and high, right? What I'm getting? 21 comma high. So this is nothing but I'm getting first and second element, and the third element is exclusive. So 2 is exclusive. So when I'm writing 0 colon 2, it will go till 1, right? 0 and first element I can retrieve. So what we are understanding right now is how to extract elements or retrieve elements from a list. Once I have created, how to extract elements from my list. Now, if you understand the sequence, how we are extracting, a question to you, how I can extract, let's say 54, this 54 element, how I will extract? What is the syntax to extract 54? 54 is an element which is present within the nested list. Nested list means a list within a list. So this is a list which is present within the outer list, right? So how to get 54?
List 3, 2.
So I will write list 1 of, first I will write, first I need to reach till this position, right? First I need to reach till this position. So 21 is 0, high is 1, 90 is 2, entire this thing is 3. So when I'm writing list 1 of 3, uh, what I'm getting the entire list. Now in this list, what I want 54. So 54 is present in which location? 0, 1, 2. So if I write list 1 of 3 and 2, and then if I run, I will get 54. So like this, let's say another list is there. Let's say here another list is there, and so on. You can, let's say another nested list, right? In this case, let's say here, I will write another list. Let's say what I'm writing here, let's say 78, 90, 32, right? And then here, comma. And again, if I want to extract 90 here, same thing I need to see. If you understand here, 90, let's say if I want to extract 90, so how to extract 90? So this 3 will give me the entire list, right? So 3 will give me the entire list. Now if I run 3, what I'm getting? The entire list. In this case 90, so it is present 0, 1, 2. So first I will write 2. So I will reach to the third inner list, and here 90. So 90 is present at 1. So if I write list 1 of 3, 2, 1, then I can reach to 90. Right, and so on. Like this you can extract any element, no matter how complex the structure is. You can extract any elements from a list. What we understood so far? We understood two things: how to create an indexing, what is indexing, right? How to extract elements from a list, and then properties and indexing, how to create. So this is what we understood. Now we will today, I think this is all things we have discussed in the last class, but this is a kind of quick revision because many of you joined. So I don't want to start in between. So that's why I have to repeat. But from this update onwards, this will be today's session. So update. So today we will be looking how to update a list, right? Update. First of all, why we will be able to update? Because in the property we understood that list is mutable. If a data structure is mutable, then only I can update it, right? So we will see one by one. First we will see how to add element, and then we will see how to delete element, and then we will see how to replace element, right? And then finally we will see list operations. So let's start with adding element, right? What I will do is I will add elements to list. So what all are the methods available for adding elements? So we have many methods. First is append, and then we have insert. So these are the major methods, but there is also another method called extend. Extend we will use whenever we need it, but append and insert most of the time we can use it. So to add any element to my list, there are three methods: append, insert, and extend. So we'll start with append. Okay, so let's start with my list one, right? So this is my list one. Now what append will do, right? So append and extend are very similar in nature. I want you to answer. I will also explain, but see very carefully what is happening and try to understand the difference, right, from the output. So what I'm doing is, in this list one, I am appending. First I will append a simple number. What I will do is I will append a single number. Let's say I am appending hello, right? It's a simple string that I am appending. What append will do? Always it will add the element at the end of the list. Where it will add? Always it will add the element at the end of the list. Now if I write list 1 and if I see where exactly hello has been added. So hello has been added at the end of the list. You can see hello, right? So that is what append is doing. What append is doing? It will add the element at the end of the list, right? Now what I will do is again I will try to add another list. Now this time not a single element, I'm adding a list. Let's say the list is by and by and good morning, right? Two more string which is enclosed within a list. So this entire list I am adding to the outer list, right? If I run this, you can see here this is what my list is. So you can see bye and good morning has been added. Now one more thing is, if I instead of append, I will type and show you the output, and then I will pause. You look at the output, tell me the difference, and then again I will explain what is the difference between append and extend. So then what I will do is I will do extend, okay, and I will maybe add the same list or maybe a different list, right? Here uh, um, let's say India, and let's say let's say AI, right? 2 words I have added. Now you see what happens to the list one. Now if you understood, so this is the output of append, right? Let me delete this, right? Okay, oh no, okay, let me decrease the font size so that you can see both of the things, right? Now you see what happened and tell me the difference between append and extend. So what I have done, I have a list. First I have appended bye and good morning. This is a list which contains bye and good morning string. So that I have appended, and you can see after appending, this is what is the output of append. This is how it got added. And then again I have called another method called extend, and then I have added one more list called India and AI. Now once I have called this extend India and AI, this is what it is added. Now you tell what is the difference. In both of the cases I am adding a list. In extend also I'm adding a list, and in append also I'm adding a list. Both of the elements appended at the end of the list. But what is the difference between append and extend?
But
The
it
elements
has
are
different items.
individually placed at the bottom, not as
Individually,
a list.
Not as
yes.
a list.
Okay, so in append, yeah, so that's the exact difference. You figured it out very correctly. So in append, what will happen, the entire list as an individual element, no matter what you are adding, it will take every content as a single element. You cannot append more than one element, right? So whatever you are appending, let's say a list or a tuple or a set or a single numeric value or a string or integer float, whatever you are appending, entire thing will be appended at the end of the list as a single element. Like here, bye and good morning, this is a list. This entire list has been appended here as a single element. But what is happening to extend? In extend, this list will be flattened. What it is doing, flattening the list, right? Each single element of the list will be added as an individual element, not the entire list will be added. It will flatten the list. Each element will be added separately. So India is an element, AI is another element, right? Now you tell where exactly extend you can use in real time. Any thoughts? Just think where you can use extend. Append, we know, like whenever you want to add anything you can use append at the end of the list, right? But any special cases where you can use extend?
If we have to insert multiple elements in the list separately.
Exactly. So as I said, right, what append will do, one by one it will add, right? So let's say you want to add 10 elements. How many times you need to call append? 10 times. Either you can write a for loop, but even if we are writing a for loop, that iteration, how many times it will go? 10 times. Then only. So are you getting? So each time append can insert one element, right? So to add multiple elements you need to call append multiple times. Now let's say in real time, many time what will happen is, not one time, not one element, you want to add multiple elements, right? And in that case you simply call extend instead of append when you want to add multiple elements. Let's say India is one element, AI is another element, in the third you want to after that and something else you want to add, whatever you want to add, write everything within a list and then call extend function. Every element from that list will be added uh, as a single element, right? Individual element. So I will pause there. Is it clear the difference between append and extend? Is it clear?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what we discussed,
Yeah,
yeah.
excuse me. Yeah. So in this case, we can only extend only list and set or tuple inside this list. No? We cannot add individual elements like a string or some integer values or float values.
No. You have to pass a list only in
Okay.
the extend. Yeah. You cannot pass, it will not accept. So I got your question. So it's a good question. So he is asking, I mean, the objective is to flatten, right? So it will not accept this, right? Float object is not iterable. So any iterable object like list only you can pass as the input to extend. Okay.
Sasmitha, one doubt here.
Yeah.
In the extend after AI, suppose the third parameter we want to extend as another list. So will it take
Yeah.
another list as a list or as an individual item?
No, another list will be a list. Let's see, right, what it is doing.
Okay.
So all these things
Okay.
I have also never tried, but good questions. Let's see that. So it will see what it is doing. It is taking that as a single element because only
Single
one
list.
list. Yeah, single list. Yeah, but you can call it in a different way, right? Manually, if you want to do it, there's a separate approach. But what extend will do is this will take one list as input, and every element of that list it will flatten. Basically, it's flattening of list. That is what this extend will do. Okay.
Yeah,
So
got it.
yeah. Okay, so two methods we understand to add, right? Append and extend. What is the problem with append and extend? Leave about extend, that's a special case. Append, what is the problem? I mean, it is good, we are able to add, but the thing is only at which position we can add?
Always at the end.
Always at the end. Now, if your
At
requirement
the
is to
end.
add in, yes, that's correct. So if we want to add in any other location, not at the end, what we will do? We have another method for that. That is insert. Right, so what is the method? The method name is insert. So what insert will do? Insert will help us to add in any other position, not like you can add in any other position at the end and the middle, at the starting, anywhere you want. So let's say in this list, I want to add in the first position. So I'll call insert. And in the first class, I told you how to take help. So so what will happen is so let's say when I am using insert or you are using insert, there is always a confusion whether to, so the syntax is it will take two parameter. One is the index location where you want to insert, and second thing is the value what you want to fill. So first you need to fill the index location, and then second parameter you need to fill what exactly you want to fill. For example, if I am writing list one dot insert 0 comma let's say 0 comma uh, good good night, right? So what I'm saying is go to the list one and at 0 position at the first index. Now what is present at the first index? 21. So in this location you add good night. You add good night. Now you always will be confused whether first I will write the value and then the index, or the index then the value. Any confusion, what you can do is always you can take help, right? Now you can check good night has been added in the first position. But to understand anything, to understand the method signature, to understand how the method is like what is the input, what is the output of the method, to take help, you write method name and then question mark and then shift enter, or simply you run. There is a run command, right? So run, then you can find a complete description. Signature, so what it is saying, signature index comma object. So what is object? Everything in Python is object. Variable is object, function is object, everything in Python is a object. So it is saying second index will be your object, or the value. Basically it is saying what you want to insert, and the first index is nothing but the index where you want to insert. And now I'm clear. Looking at the signature, I'm clear, and then I can specify, right? So what we discussed in adding elements, we discussed three methods. What methods we discussed? We discussed three methods: append, extend, and insert. Append and extend. Append we will be using at the end if we want to add elements. Extend if we will be using if we want to add multiple elements at the end of the list, and extend we will be using if we want to sorry, append, extend, and insert we will be using if we want to insert in any other location, right? So that is nothing but adding element. So append, insert, and extend. I think all of these three are clear. Any doubt in adding element? Is it clear for all? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
So
now, yeah.
in the signature, you have shown that what is that last parameter slash it is showing, ma'am? The
Where it
signature.
is?
if you want to know about insert method, you clicked a question mark, right? So it is
So
showing index, comma, object, comma, slash, forward slash.
yeah, so that is like if you want to, so basically these are the two major inputs. That is what we need to understand. To insert, basically the objective of insert is you want to insert an element. So you can pass the index and then what you want to insert. Right, so these are
Yeah,
the two
third,
major parameters. Yeah.
yeah, third one, it is showing a forward slash, means till now I did not see any function having forward slash as a
Yeah, there
parameter.
will
That's
be,
why.
yeah. So sometimes, so based on the signature, sometimes it will be, there will be so many parameters, right? So, um, so basically, in this case, I am also not sure what is that forward slash means. But if you see the signature, insert index, comma, object, right? So object means nothing but the value, right? And index means nothing but the position in which you want to insert the element. Okay, and anything if you want to know, you can go to Python. So here also you can get help. So if you click here, you have Python references, right? And not only Python, for other kind of libraries
Documentation.
like, yeah,
Documentation.
NumPy, Matplotlib. So you just directly go here, you will find a complete, you come here, Python 3.10 is the latest one. So but Python 3.8 is stable, right? So you come here and then you go to tutorials. You go here and then you go to tutorials. There will be somewhere, it will be tutorials, and then you can see the exact method description. I think in the signature it is not specifying the exact description. In the doc string also we could not find, right? It was only displaying, it will insert, it will help you insert. But if you want to know everything, you can always come here and go to tutorial, and then you can find a complete, it's a very nice tutorial about Python, everything. So we are, let's say, in list, right? So come to list, and then you can actually like here you can search for whatever functions you want. There is a control F, right? So you can search there. Here you can quick search what you really want, right? Let's say insert and then enter. So you will find a complete insert of py list. Where is that? Python list insert. You can type list insert, right? So insert means there are another insert method in other data structures also. It is showing everything, and then you can get a complete description about everything.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so here where we were, yeah. So once we understand how to insert element, second thing that we will do is how to delete elements, right? How to delete elements. So for deleting elements also we have so many methods. First is your delete method. Second is your pop method, and pop without argument and pop with argument. Both are different. Let's say I'm writing like this. And then we have another method also. So many there are so many methods, but you can use whatever is like good for you, right? Remove. So we will understand all of these methods one by one so that you will be clear in which position you should use which particular methods. So we'll start with pop first because this is the easy one. So let's say least one. This is my least one. So pop, anybody knows pop operation, what it will do? Pop operation. Any other data structure? What it will do? So pop without argument, what it will do is it will remove the last element, right? Pop without argument will always remove the last pop operation. So last element it will remove. For example, 89.87, 89. So this is the last element, right? This element will be removed, pop. Now let's say you want don't, and you can see here, if I see list one, 89.87, previously it was the last element. Now you will not find this element because it is removed, right? So this element is not present. See, 89.87, 89 is not present. Now pop method itself is sufficient for remove. You no need to remember any other method. So pop without argument will always delete the last element. Pop with argument will delete the element which is present at that index. Let's say I want to delete good night. Now what is the index of good night in this case? What is the index? Good night is present at 0
0.
index. Yes. So I will write least one of pop of 0. So what it will do is it will delete the element which is present at 0 index, right? So it will delete good night. And then if you see here, so list 1, if I type, then you can see that good night is not there. So if I am very sure about the index positions, then I can use pop for deleting. Anything I can delete using pop if I know the index. Now you have a long list, right? Let's say 1000 elements are there. You know what you want to delete. Let's say you know that you want to delete, let's say AI, but you don't know where exactly that particular word is present. You don't know the index. There is another function also in list which will help us to know the index, but uh, is there any other method by writing the name of the element I can delete instead of index? Yes, the answer is use remove method. So what remove method will help you, how it is different than pop? Pop and delete requires index location. To delete any element, you need the index location, right? Without index location, you cannot delete. But remove needs the name, not the index. Remove needs the name of the element that you want to delete. So what I want to delete, let's say I want to delete hello, right? What is, where hello is present? Hello is present here, the highlighted part, right? Here hello is present. So I'll write list one dot remove hello. And if you see now, hello will not be there. You can see hello is not there, right? So what I understood is I have two methods, pop and remove. Pop, I have to use index. Using index, I can delete anything. Remove, if I don't know about index, I know the element that I want to delete, I can use remove. Obvious question is, if I have repeated elements, let's say India, two times it is repeated. One India is here, one India is here. AI, three times it is repeated, right? India also repeated three times. So if I'm writing list one of, now question to you, just think and tell, if I write remove of India, what will happen? We have three India.
It will
First
remove only first occurrence.
occurrence, right? It will remove only the first occurrence, right? You want to delete India, so you have to run remove three times. So then only it will delete all of the India, right? So if you run it one time, the first occurrence, it will delete. Again, if you run the second occurrence, again, if you run the third occurrence, right? um, so this is remove and pop, and delete is not required. If you know pop and remove, everything you can delete, but just because it is there, we will learn it. So delete is very similar of this thing. So I have to write the index location. For example, I will be writing 0. So 0 at what position? 0, 21 is there. What is there at first position? 21. So if I'm writing delete of list 1 of 0, it will delete 21. Now you can see the first element 21 is not present, it is deleted, right? So I will pause here. What we have seen so far, we have seen that how to delete elements. First thing is delete, first thing is pop, without argument, always the last element. Pop with argument, whatever index you are passing, that element will be removed. And if you don't know the index, you can use a remove function which will take the element name that you want to delete. If there are multiple occurrences, only the first occurrence element will be deleted. And delete will do the same thing. So you can also delete elements using del, uh, and you have to pass the index location, right, where you want to delete. Okay, so we have seen two things: how to add element, we have seen append, insert, and extend. How to delete element, we have seen delete, pop, remove. Can anybody tell the last operation of update? What is the last operation, like except adding and deleting? What else we can do? Replace, right? So replace elements replace elements are straightforward. So there is nothing, no further methods or something we need to remember. It's straightforward. So with respect to index only, we can replace. So what you want is, let's say this let's say this high, right? You want to replace the first element. What is the first element? High. Now if I type 0, this is my list one first element. I want to replace high, right? This is the first element. I want to replace high with by. So what I will write, list name followed by the index equals to what you want to replace. Let's say I want to replace high with by, right? And then if you see, high has been replaced with by. So it's a straightforward. And if you want to replace something within nested list, you know how to reach to that point, right? First of all, let's say this good morning I want to replace. Now, can anybody say how I can replace this good morning with let's say only morning? How I can replace?
3 of 1.
Yes.
List 1
So
of
first
3.
yes. So first I need to understand what is the index of this highlighted outer list. What is the index? Sorry, nested list. What is the index of that? 0, 1, 2, 3, right? At what position it is present? 3 position. So if I write 3 and then good morning. So good morning present in which position in the nested list? 1 position. So if I'm writing, just to check, right? If I'm writing 3 of 1, what I'm getting now? Good morning. Now this I want to replace with only morning, right? So if I write like this and run, you can see within this nested list, good morning has been replaced with morning. And so on, you can replace anything with anything. And if you want to do multiple replacement, you can run it in a for loop, right? That's a different thing. But yeah, so what we have seen so far is we have seen for list, we have seen these things. First, we started today's class with data structure, and what we understood is properties of a list. What is the property of a list? List accept mixed elements, ordered, allows duplicates element, and mutable. Mutable means we can update, right? Then we have seen how to create a list. Once we have seen how to create a list, every element of a list will be separated by comma and enclosed within brackets. So once I have created a list, what I can do is I can extract elements, indexing and selection. So I can write a positive index or negative index to select elements. Once I have selected elements, I can do update. I can update my list. For update, first thing is adding element. For adding element, I have append, I have insert, and I have extend method. Append and extend both will add element at the end of the list. When you will use append, if you want to add one single element. When you will use extend, when you want to add multiple elements, right? Insert any other position, then like any position, not only the last, any position, then you can use insert. Now once we understood adding elements, second thing is deleting elements. For deleting, we have delete, pop, and remove, right? Delete, pop, and remove. So these are the methods for deleting elements. Delete, pop, and delete and pop you will use if you know the index. Remove you will use if you know the name of the element. And finally we have seen replace. So replace means simply you just pass the index location and pass the new value, right? What you want to replace. So we have seen the properties, create, indexing, and update. One thing we have not seen, and maybe tomorrow's class we will be looking, is list operations and list comprehensions, and then we will be going to the next data structure, that is set. So I will pause here. Any doubt so far? All clear? If any doubt, let me know.
Ma'am, in case of this deletion operations, that is pop, remove, and del,
Yeah.
what we are doing every time we are going to delete only one element, right? So
Yeah.
if we
So
want
always it.
to delete, so if we want to delete a bunch of elements, say about means 2
I
or 3
think delete
elements.
will, yeah, I think delete will accept that bunch of element. Try this. Let me try, right? From 0 to let's say 3, if I'm writing like this, let's see if it is deleting, right? Yeah. So delete will do that. Delete bunch of
Okay.
elements.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
how to delete individual there is a list in list, right? How to take a just first to index or something in the list of list in the second
So
list.
so we have to understand the index, right? We did some exercise regarding that, right? So we need to first, let's say you want to delete 78, so you need to reach till that point. So you need to pass the index of 78, delete, and then pass the index of 78. Delete list 1. It's 78 present in which position? 0, 1, 2, 3 position, and then within 3 it is present in 0, 1, 2. So you have to write list 1 of 3 comma 2, right? So
And
then it will delete that.
we cannot delete with pop or different one, right?
No, like you need to pass the index location, right? Then only you can delete. So no
Yeah.
matter you're using, yeah, so delete or pop, it needs the index location. So yeah.
Can we insert a new element by insert in the index of index?
Yeah, I think all of these things we can do. You understood the basic concepts, right? What all these functions are doing. You take this note and try to practice, right? If you practice, if you run this note by yourself once, you will be very clear. And try to do some try to play with these notes, right? So some elements you can delete and then add. All these things you can do by yourself. So once you understand the concept, take this note and practice it once, so that all what you understood here will be kind of revised, and then you will get more clarity. Okay, and
Yeah,
if you
thank
have any more doubts, we'll connect tomorrow. uh, okay, so we will pause here, and all the new joiners, you can be you can wait. Others, previous batch to one second, one second. All the previous batch, like not previous batch, previous already students who enrolled, right, and attended the class last week, you can drop. If you today is the first class for you, maybe you can wait. And this list note I have not uploaded, right? I can see in the chat. Yes. So sorry for that. I will be uploading the list note after this class. You will get this note, not this, even more nicer structured notebook. You will get it uploaded in the folder, list folder. Okay. Okay. Anyone who joined today newly? I think I can see many new names. So like is there anyone for whom today is the first class? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Rekha here.
Okay. Yeah. So
Ma'am, I have a query. I have a query.
yeah.
Like basically, I'm a teacher by profession, and I thought of switching my teaching career to IT side. I've done my MCA way before 2010. Thereafter, due to my personal commitments or whatever it is, I couldn't join IT. I have settled in this teaching field. But I have good knowledge about math and statistics as well, and I'm attending all the Python classes which Durga sir is giving. So I have good knowledge about all these things, I can say. So my question is whether I can crack the interviews. That is the,
So yeah.
concern with me.
So you are in teaching, right? I mean,
Yes.
like, okay, there is no break in between, right? So you are
Uh,
okay.
no. From
Okay.
2010 onwards, I am into teaching. But
Okay.
before that, I have some break, ma'am. Like, no.
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Okay.
Say, for example, after completing my graduation, I have some 3 years of break because of marriage, children, that, this, and all.
Yeah, understood.
Uh,
No worries. So, yeah, I mean, you can take this course, and you can, as I said in the demo, if you have attended, right, you have to. It will be little challenging, but it's not impossible. So, like you can. Practice Kaggle projects. That will be, I think, a good platform for everyone to show your experience, right? And also, if you have some, if you are in teaching, right, if you have some publications, right, or try to create some papers or something, right, related to AI field. I think that is like if you have some research publications related to AI, that will really help you. So try to, if you don't have, also try to do it in next few months or something. Try to get some really good journal publication, really helps. It has really weightage, it has a weightage. So try to uh, write some papers, right, and that's the one thing. And Kaggle, you can participate. And yeah, I mean, then you can try. So initially may not be big companies, but maybe startups and middle range company. Just you can get a I mean, wherever you're getting, you just join, and later 1 or 2 years when you join, right, after 1 or 2 years, you can switch to another big company, right. But initially I don't think you, like, big company has different requirements. So I will suggest go with startups, and wherever you're getting a data science role, basically you join those things, and then you can later switch,
Okay.
right.
And
So
one
what
more
are you
thing, like,
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. So I have a meeting actually at 9:40. So I have 10 minutes. I just want to tell just give me 5 minutes and then I will answer all your queries. So whoever joined today newly, so before you join tomorrow's class, few things you need to do. Otherwise, again, tomorrow's class, you will not understand this Jupyter notebook. I think if you are joining Durga sir's class, I think I'm very sure you will be knowing everything. Durga sir also giving free Python classes like live YouTube, so you can join that. And this is not a Python course, right? So we are just the basic only we will cover, and then we will jump to, you can see, right? Basic means after a complete already list is completed. So tuple, set, dictionary, string. After this four, I think I will jump to my topics, NumPy and Pandas. From here it is my topic, and then Matplotlib, Seaborn, and that will also once that is finished, maybe in 1 week time, we'll jump to our core data science topics. We will give more time there, like statistics and regression, classification, unsupervised, feature selection, projects, quizzes. We will have quiz, right? So once we complete so okay, so the quiz date will be next Monday. Next Monday will be the quiz, and I think by next Monday we will be able to complete at least, let's see, like till Pandas, I think we should able to complete. So this entire data structure, that quiz we will have. Most of the questions you can expect from Pandas, lot of questions, NumPy and Pandas. So this weekend I'll be sharing 20-25 questions from Pandas and NumPy. Practice those, and it will not be new questions from internet. It will be from the assignments that has been shared. It will not be new questions, and it will be live quiz. I'll be giving you the questions. You will be writing the code in the chat window, and I'll talk with Durga sir, and then based on our discussion, as we discussed in the demo class, there will be some gift, right? So that's a different thing, but that's the thing. So what you can do is, if you are a new joiner, if today is your first class, these two things you should do. Otherwise it will be like you will be confused. What is this ID? How I am writing? How to, I mean, whatever has been shared, you should at least able to upload and then download and then write simple Python codes using Jupyter. So this is freely available. You contact Durgasoft. There is a folder called software installation. Everybody can get access to that folder, right? And so if not, I will create that folder, and you just reach out to Durgasoft saying just give us access to software installation folder, right? So irrespective of you are enrolling or not, but software installation folder, this access will be given to everybody. So why I am telling you, this is the basic things you need to do before you come tomorrow's class, come for tomorrow's class. You see Jupyter Notebook tutorial, it is 1 hour video, a complete tutorial from very beginning. What is, how to open a Python file, how to rename a file, how to run, how to create nice documents, how to add hyperlinks, how to add YouTube videos, how to add images, how to increase the font size, bold, color, everything. So it's a complete tutorial of 1 hour. So please install Python in your system, and please understand Jupyter Notebook. That is the two mandatory things you need to do before you come for tomorrow's class. And all of these other things, Python, print, variable, very, very basics. If you know Python, I think this is nothing, you can skip. But if you are completely beginner to Python, you don't know anything, take the recordings. Only one class we have covered. So see the recordings. My recordings are very clear, like how today you attended. So similarly, this is the same way I teach. So the recordings will be very clear. After that, if you are facing any doubt, we will connect. No worries. I will take recovery class. We will connect. I will arrange 1 or 2 class, and I'll answer all of your doubts. And then you can continue from least, right? So these are the topics has been covered. Is it clear? Am I making sense? Is it clear what I'm saying?
Yes, madam.
So
Good evening,
today,
madam. Madam, this is
sorry.
Sharath. This is
Yeah.
Sharath for interrupted, madam. A small doubt. I've been till all these 12 years in mechanical domain.
Yeah.
In designing. So partially, can I move to data science?
So yes, so for all of those who have so many questions like this, in this Sunday we have a workshop, and I think we discussed almost 1.5 hours, and last 40 minutes, like you, many people, like exact question I have answered there. You please check the YouTube video. You can get a complete idea about everything. So to answer your query, I am currently working in an organization where out of 40 members, 30 members are from mechanical department, because the company itself is a manufacturing company, aviation. So most of the people are from mechanical, right? Because that's the core company for them. So we as a data scientist from relevant domain like computer science, statistics are very few. So it is not impossible. You can actually convert yourself from any domain to data science. That's a real time example I'm giving. Having said that, for everyone, you cannot show as a fresher after taking this course. At least you can show 3 to 4 years experience in your resume. You have to write your resume, tweak your resume, and then prepare for interview questions. Coding test questions are uploaded, so you try to do the coding test questions. Prepare yourself, upload your code in GitHub. Try to do some Kaggle projects. 3 4 we will do, but that is also not sufficient. You have to do 3 4 more from Kaggle, and then you go for interview. Definitely you can crack. So ultimately what they're checking is, are you skilled enough or not, right? That is what they're checking. And in your resume, all those keywords should be there. Based on the JD, you have to modify your resume. Otherwise, your resume will not be shortlisted. So the answer is yes, definitely, and you can definitely come to data science. There is no kind of barrier as such, because I myself have seen many of my friends from aeronautical engineering, bioinformatics is still a relevant domain, I will say. Very digital marketing. One of my friend was IIT Madras petroleum or some department, very different, mining or some department. So irrespective of which department you are, if you're skilled enough, definitely people will take you, because this is a new field, right? So many demand and supply is less. Till now supply is less.
Thank you for this.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, so any more doubts? Maybe I can take 1 or 2 doubts, I mean queries if you have. And with
Will
respect
you
to
help
course,
out,
Madam,
madam?
yeah.
Will you help out on resume for us after
Yeah,
completing the
yeah, yeah.
course?
Yes, yes, it is everything. A resume means I cannot help you like line by line kind of, but like, sorry, one to one. But what I do is I am writing, so I can share you this once I am done. Writing means what? Writing means 10 or 15 projects I will write up, not 10 15, maybe yeah, 10 to 12 projects I will write, right? Like let's say brilliant pricing, whatever I am doing, my own projects, right? Those all are my projects. Brilliant pricing, competitive intelligence, from different domains. So I will also explain those projects in one class. After we complete with the syllabus, one class I will take and I explain those projects, right? So that based on your domain, your client, you can modify. For example, competitive intelligence, that's a project everybody can write. But brilliant pricing, maybe sales and retail kind of project. That is coming to another project, let's say predictive maintenance, that is a manufacturing project, right? So some projects are domain specific, some projects are generic. So you take that, whatever writings, I think that will help you a lot, because that is real time projects and many things I will explain, and that is how they will ask you
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
also I will share my own experience. Many people fail because they are not able to explain their resume. They may be very skilled in all of these techniques, right? Technical questions they can answer, but when it comes to explaining projects, they will not able to do that. So that is the main thing. The interviewer will understand that the resume is fake. You are not you have really not done all those projects, because there are some real time questions they will be asking. So
Yes.
those all things I will definitely help you.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
also there are interview questions, coding test, so many things are there. So you will get, so I can share you some coding test if it is there in my system. Otherwise, yeah, go ahead. I mean, in the meantime, when I'm opening it, you can ask me if you have any doubt.
Sasmitha, I have dropped so many mails to Durga South, but still I am not able to see the class recordings. there are some permission issues, I guess.
Okay, so this is a JP Morgan test, right? I think I only attended this test. So this is the question, and like this you will be, I will explain this logic, and this question will not repeat. Okay, don't expect this question will come. A good company is always nothing will be repeated, but at least you'll get an idea, right? Which kind of questions, which particular area, mostly data structure. What I found is most of the companies, if they are startups, analytical company, they're asking from data science, but otherwise most of the companies 60-70% are asking from coding test is nothing but from data structure, and till staff data scientist, even like I have 6-7 years of experience, but still they are asking me coding. I mean, coding test is mandatory no matter what is your level. I don't know if you are 20 plus or 15 plus, I have no idea, but if you are falling under 8 9 10 years experience level, till that I think coding test is there, which is the first round everywhere. So you will find at least the idea which, and this is what you see, this is, there is no data science here, you can see no data science, all are list, tuple, see append, uh, list, tuple, set, dictionary, numpy, pandas. Using that you can clear any coding test if you are strong in that. So this kind of questions I will be sharing with you. So whatever I have, everything I will try to help you, right? So that at least you will be prepared. uh, when does machine learning starts? Can you please say machine learning once we complete this particular uh, what is that, visualization, after that machine learning will start. So the course is like 1 month is only on machine learning statistics, 15 days is on numpy, pandas, visualization and everything. So that is how it is designed. So I could have skipped those parts, but you can see, right, why I'm not skipping. So I mean, for a data scientist, the coding test is the first round, and I know others are also there are available internet content is there, but I cannot assure myself that you are. And here pandas and numpy and visualization, we are going very detailed, it's not like only high level. So those are important topics. So Python basics will complete very soon, so like I think 1 or 2 classes needed, but numpy, pandas, visualization is very important topics. So that's why I give 15 days time to complete NumPy, Pandas, visualization, one project. So that you will be very, and this course is designed for everyone who are from zero level. So if somebody is beginner, I cannot skip this topic and directly start with statistics, because from day one of statistics class or day one of ML class, when I start a Python notebook, I have to use all of these data structures, right? So the design of course is like this, like 1 month plus will uh, we will see statistics and machine learning, and rest all times whatever we have we'll be looking all of this modules packages, everything. Session recording, please contact Durga Soft, they are the right person. And for software installation, I think it's all already available in YouTube. Can anybody, again sorry so many times I'm asking, but can anybody share the link, the YouTube link where the Jupyter notebook is there? Jupyter and I think in YouTube also it is available. I have to search. Jupyter notebook tutorial and software installation is already available in YouTube. Okay, so what I will do is I'll give you access now only, but I don't have time. I have to log out. Uh, do one thing, you write your emails. I will copy this and then I will maybe add once I have done. Can you quickly type your, yeah, somebody, yeah, thank you Nagendra. So this is no need to type your emails, I think the link is already shared, right? So
I think the link already shared, right?
or you can type also, that's okay. I'll take a I'll save this chat log and then I'll give you. Please type. I will also, but in case it is getting delayed, then you can go to that link. You also copy that YouTube link, right? Okay. Please type your emails. I'll take a copy of this chat log and I'll give access to everyone to that folder. I think last class also I have Yeah. So this is the list of few emails, right? I have. So at a time, I will give access to everybody. Okay.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, ma'am. Hello.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. On the session, will you be doing something like banking projects which we held in the banking sector, like credit card defaultization to predict the customer?
Yeah. We will be doing one project on banking. That is there. So that I don't even tell a project. So credit card default is a very basic project. So yes, like that if you count, then I think I can tell 8, 9 projects we are doing. So those are small projects. Yes, that is the
Yeah, yeah.
implementation of one code.
That regarding to banking, only I want to know that which regards to banking, how many projects will
Yes,
be doing
yes.
in the session?
No, with regards to
Banking.
banking, it is like it is not actually domain specific because all people are from
Yeah.
different domain. It is concept specific. So one project will be on regression. Mostly it is a retail project. One project will
Okay.
be from, let's say, other. But one project
Yeah.
is there in banking. In the resume, I will write some other projects, what I have done.
Okay.
So I was working
Okay.
in Goldman Sachs. So it's a bank,
Okay.
right? Investment bank. So I
Yeah.
can share my
Yeah.
experience. Mostly fraud detection. I can share, no
Okay.
problem. In now also in my
Okay.
current company, I'm working in proactive maintenance related projects, which is nothing but
Okay.
very much related to outlier and fraud. So I can tell you, I can help you, no worries. You just asked me
Okay.
this question in
Yeah.
the last class, like resume class, when I'm talking, right?
Yeah.
That time I will explain you, okay, some
And
projects.
the session and some project code also will be getting, no?
Yeah, everything code, not only project code. I think, okay, so let me show you some of the organization. 1 second. Okay, so this is the structure I structured. So if you go to materials, this is your batch. Yeah, so books, interview questions, project assignment, resume templates. If you come to class notes, you have visualization, statistics, Python and everything. And if you come to, let's say, interview questions, I think the coding test, right? Data science. This is the life cycle where I have uploaded this question. I forgot project assignment. I think I uploaded. So assignment, you can see for each topic there are assignments. So it is very structured. I think inside Python data structure, I have uploaded the two coding. One is list number and all, and one is from string. So anyone like you are searching, right? You must be confused. Search inside Python data structure. You will get the assignments. The coding test I was telling, no, two questions are uploaded. Try to do it. So it's based on data structure. And I will be up. So you got the structure idea, right? So it is very structured. So you will get books, assignment, projects, so many projects. I mean, I will be giving you so many assignments that you will not able to finish. Okay, because I have a lot many content. So I will share all of the content, whatever is there with me, right? So that you will be beneficial. You will be beneficial.
Ma'am,
Madam, we have to
once you
contact
told no,
Durga Soft
about a
for
candle and
recordings.
Yes, for recordings, I don't take care of recordings. Only materials, if anything is missing or something is not uploaded, I am responsible for structuring the materials folder, assignment, anything, right? You can reach out to me directly. But for recordings, I think Durgasoft is uploading the recordings. You can reach out to Durgasoft.
So once we enroll, it will be done, right? Anything.
Yes. So yeah, so once you have enrolled, you will be getting access to the drives, right? So that you can get all of this thing. That is one thing. Yeah. Okay. So I think we are running late. Anything that I could not answer, any queries? Tomorrow I can give you some more time, right? So that I can answer your queries. But at high level, I
Yeah.
try my best to help everyone so that I'm not sure about your goal, but my goal is to help you cracking interviews. So as how much I can help, that much I will kind of right. I will try to help you. And the notes and everything, it is kind of, again, the notes I will be sharing, I will be uploading. Mostly the notes I will be writing my own writings, right? I will be using stylus and everything, iPad. So this kind of derivation will be, so this is morning class. Today's I was saying, right? If you are there, I think somebody, regression note. I told you I will be showing my regression note. So this is my regression node. And we are not here just superficially covering the topics. We are going very detailed. You can find it looking at the notes. We are going in the math also, we are going very detailed. So how I introduce regression, you will not understand, but it requires the basic understanding about derivative. So the first math I covered is all about derivatives. So once they understand the math, then we went deeper into the concept. So whatever we cover, we cover. So I am very sure you can crack interviews. Whatever we don't cover, we don't cover. So that's the thing we are doing here. And also the implementation of linear regression, if you see, this is the coding file and this is the Python implementation. So this kind of project, I'm not even talking this is a project, but if you consider this kind of project, I think for each algorithm we have one project. So we have 7 algorithm, so we have 7 project. So I can advertise like that, but I don't feel this in real time, this is not a project. So projects are much more higher advanced than what we are looking here. This is a simple data set. So where we have implemented regression. So this is a complete line-to-line explanation of coding. That is the theory and this is the coding. This is how machine learning will be, right? It is very, very in-depth, right? And every file is very in-depth. You check pandas, you must have, most of you will be knowing pandas, right? Like you are saying, you know, Python and all. So I think if you see my pandas note, this is my pandas note. I think nothing beyond this. So everything we cover in detail. So these all things we cover. So sorting, deleting, subset. So that is my weakness. So I don't feel like leaving anything. I cover everything, whatever is there, right? But again, time is a constraint. So I try to, but in AI that is not possible. No matter how hard I try, something always I have to leave because time is not there and topic is very vast. So I try to cover as much as it is possible, right? So this is the note and we will be coding everything. This is the final note will be shared, but see again, this is also a small data set where we will be applying all of this codings, right? And regarding to that, we will be doing one project also. So this is not like pandas is done. There is one more project. This is again a project which we will be doing called 911 call analysis. It's the implementation of pandas, visualization, and everything. So you can see here, this is also very detailed. So we will be coding in the class. So the questions will be given, you will be telling me the answers line by line, we will be coding and checking. So you will get so many hands-on, so many notes, so many files. So I mean, how much I can help, I can help. I'm very sure you will be able to answer all the technical questions regarding to statistics. You will be able to clear the coding test with respect to pandas, numpy and everything, and machine learning questions you can answer. Only one thing, if you can practice after taking this course, how to write your resume and how to talk. That is very important. 60-70% of the time you will be rejected by that because you cannot speak what you have written in your resume. If you practice that, if you modify your resume, definitely you will able to crack 2 year plus experience. But as I said, this is not sufficient. You have to go for NLP and deep learning. If you really want to, if you're very serious about coming to AI, do not leave the course without going for deep learning. So without deep learning, this course is incomplete. Deep learning and NLP, both are important. But you take this first and then you see how it is. Are you getting, not getting, right? Machine learning is little complex. I try to, no matter who is teaching, it's not only me, right? Anybody in place of me, it is teaching, you will find is difficult because the topics itself is difficult, full of maths and algorithms and all. And coding also is necessary. So I try to make it as simple as possible so that everybody will understand. Okay. So I think I gave you a high level idea, right? Now it is clear, like all of you who joined, like you understand it, what kind of coding files you're going to get, what kind of, at what level we are going detail about machine learning, right? And what is the duration, how much we are giving time to each topic, interview questions, and then resume, and then projects, right? So any more doubt you have?
Ma'am, my question is unanswered. It's not complete. I was mentioning that I'm a teacher. I'm really particular about choosing this codes. I have the passion to do this codes, but only thing is I'm little doubtful whether I can crack or whether I can satisfy the person who is, where I'm facing the interview and all. Because I'm completely coming from a different domain. Like I'm into teaching and I want to go for IT. Whether I'm a right person to go or whether my thought is correct or not, please suggest me. No.
Yeah, so the honest answer is, see, it's a tough competition outside, right? Everybody is starting from like software engineering to every other field. They want to come to data science now because AI is the next future. Down the line, like one generation of IT is already gone. Next generation of IT is coming, and these are the things that will dominate the market in next 5 to 10 years. Everybody wants to come. So honest answer is, it will be difficult for you, but it is not impossible. So you have to give that extra effort. Let's say somebody from software engineering, for him maybe it is little easier because few of the years of experience they can tweak in your resume, and nobody is going to question you if until unless you are able to answer or justify, right, what you have mentioned in your resume. For you, I think you have to showcase that relevance, like how you want to showcase. That's up to you. Like I told you few methods. One is research publication. Whoever is there in the teaching line, I think all professors, if you have research publication, that is a proof that you are there in that domain. If you don't have, then try to create some research, not create, try to learn and then go for some project and kind of get some research publication. That is a very great plus point for your resume. Second thing is Kaggle projects. So Kaggle projects you have to upload GitHub, and then you can try. So ultimately, if you want to come to IT, why you want to come to IT as a software developer or test engineer or something else, where those person are willing to come to AI, right? So you should select something which is high on demand. Not only AI, maybe you can select blockchain, or you can select data engineering or any other field, right? Whatever is high on demand. But every field, the same situations, the same problem, they will ask you your real-time experience. And I think machine learning and all these subjects, right, are already there in the syllabus for MTech masters and all. So if we can showcase some relevance that in past you spent, let's say, 2 years of time, obviously you will write that you taught machine learning in master's class and all that. But apart from that, if you can show some proof that you so you understand what there is tough competition, right? So you have to showcase something. As a fresher, you cannot get a job. You have to showcase some experience, how like Kaggle projects. Today onwards you start doing that. So my personal thing is, you just try to at least get 2 to 3 research publication in good journal. That will really help you a lot, right? You can collaborate with your students, and if anybody is working, and combiningly, or with other professors, you can combiningly kind of create some research publications that will definitely help you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No problem, yeah, but
Yeah.
ultimately it's your choice.
I have one question, like what's the duration of this course? My name is
This
Homer.
course is, it's almost 1.5 months. That's the duration. Yeah, this is 1.5 months, and the deep learning course is again 2 months, around 1.5 months to 2 months. So in total, it is 3.5 months. You can say 3.5 months to 4 months. Yeah, that's the duration of the entire course. This course is, it's already started, so this almost like 1.5 months is the duration.
So deep learning will be the separate course, or it's include with
Yes.
this?
No. This course is machine learning course. Deep learning is a separate course. There Python will not be there. We'll start from day one only. It is deep learning, and then NLP. So mostly 20 to 25 days will be deep learning, and another 15 to 20 days will be NLP.
Okay.
And the
Thank you.
prerequisite to join advanced course is Python. You should be expert in Python. And if you are new to Python, you can take this batch recordings, and then you can learn yourself and then join advanced. Okay, so okay, thank you all. It's too late for me. Any other questions? We'll discuss tomorrow. Thank you all.
Tomorrow at what time we should join, madam?
So they say, okay, so if you are new, So what I will do is you can join tomorrow this time, but you take the recordings first, right? And then go through the recordings. I am 90% sure that you will understand everything. But if you have any doubt, just let me know in tomorrow's class so that day after tomorrow we can join half an hour early, right? For all of you who have joined newly, right, we can connect and then we can discuss. I can quickly take you through the content. It's only like Python functions, loops. That's it. We have covered two topics, functions and loops. So I think half an hour is enough. If you connect, I will explain you everything from scratch. Okay.
Madam, with this knowledge, with the knowledge of Python, what we are learning is this. We can get into deep learning and NLP. What you're teaching.
Yeah, Python, whatever we are teaching. So Python itself is a vast course. So I'm not completing everything in Python. I mean, you can go for Durga sir's class if you want to know OOPS concept. And I think all of the Python content is also freely available in internet. You can, apart from OOPS concept, most of the other concept like pandas, NumPy, which is very important. NumPy is like very important when you go to deep learning. So all of these things are very detailed we are covering, and there is no problem understanding, because recently we are running a advanced batch. This week is the last week. We are going to complete one batch in advance in Durgasoft. Previously I have taken many batches, but in Durgasoft we completed Python advanced batch. This week is the last, and everybody understood. So there is nothing like you will not understand. Most of the coding, this is not, so we are understanding basic Python, and then we are understanding pandas, NumPy and everything. That is more than sufficient. Sometimes we may write some code related to class and object, but that time I will explain you. When I'm writing the code, I will explain you, right? If you need, you can go through OOPS concept. Maybe that's an additional thing you can go through. Only one module you can go through.
So we can
Rest
continue
all
after this. We can continue the other deep learning and NLP, madam.
Yes. So if you want to continue parallelly also, you can continue. As I'm saying, the morning batch is going to over this week. So we are planning to start another Python advanced batch maybe within next 15 days. So once that is started, I think Python will also be covered by this time, right? So you are good, like you can continue. Morning time you can join advanced, evening time you can join intermediate, and parallelly you can complete, or you can complete intermediate and then join advanced. How you feel like you can do that. Okay, thank you all. We'll connect tomorrow for any other questions.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
No problem.